This video is sponsored by Wing Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. Today is the last day of our Milsim 6-day war campaign, which, to be honest, has just been really awesome. And well done for all the guys that have done it and put it together. Pass it over to our valuable boys for the briefing.
Good morning, gentlemen. Over the last 5 days of conflict, we have essentially eliminated the Jordanian and Egyptian armed forces. So in the last 24 hours, Jordan and Egypt have agreed to a ceasefire. The Syrians, however, continue to bombard Israeli townships near the Golan Heights. Israeli Defense Force forces have therefore been rapidly moved from the Sinai and Jordanian border regions to the north. Next slide, please. The mission of the Air Force today is to support the Israel Defense Force assault on the Syrian forces holding the Golan Heights. Our primary objectives are 1. Prevent Syrian armour currently massed in the holding area at Quneitra being deployed to reinforce their frontline forces opposing the IDF assault, and damage them sufficiently to force a general Syrian retreat. 2. Air deploy a force of troops to occupy and hold the town of Rafid until IDF armour convoys fight their way through from the south to relieve them. Threats. All Syrian forces are anti-air capable, with AAA from armour units and several dedicated AAA nests on hilltops. There will also be the usual small arms fire. Next slide, please. The weather. Again, no clouds today. Visibility is good. The wind has ramped up slightly, not enormously. It's 17 knots from the southwest. That's going to give you a maximum drift on a 360 plan speed of about 3 degrees. So you will, depending where you're flying, you'll be adding or subtracting appropriately. Temperature is 16 degrees. The QNH is 29.92. Contrails at flight level 25 to 32, but that's not really, I don't think, going to worry us very much. The Israeli Defense Force ground forces are pushing on a number of strategic areas, and the job of the air is to support them. The ground war is going on regardless. We are there to help them, but we will not win the war. We will make it easier for the ground troops and the ground armour to win the war. The pushes are, there's an initial strike of interdiction flights which will hit static Syrian armour near Quneitra in an effort to destroy them before they get a chance to disperse. So a number of flights tonight will be specifically tasked with that strike. There will also be forward air controllers patrolling the expected reinforcement routes, which we've named red, white and orange, and they will guide in CAS flights if armour is found to be on the move. The expectation here is that as our push starts onto the Golan from our armour, they are likely to try and respond and move some of those reinforcements towards the actual main areas of combat. We don't know for sure that's what they'll do, but that's what we expect. So we're going to keep an eye on the obvious routes that they might take. Close air support flights will liaise with an assigned forward air controller and interdict any Syrian forces that they find. In addition, there will be helicopter transports which will be conveying heliborne anti-tank troops to the town of Rafid. That's a Cuttle D enabled helos, by the way, guys. Okay, the flights are basically Alpha flight is F5Es. There are a number of individual flights. This is much the same arrangement as last time. If you are in an F5, you will be Alpha something, Alpha 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll have an intra-flight frequency of 26N, where N is your flight number. So Alpha 1 will be 261 frequency. F-86s are Bravo flight, again same idea, 271 if you're Bravo 1. And Charlie flight, Mirage 2000Cs, they are intraflight 28N, so Charlie 1 is 281. The targets for the air will be either the armour reinforcements at Quneitra encampment or they will be flying CAS against the red, white or orange zones as directed by forward air controllers. On the rotary side, we have, I'll start at the bottom, we have blue and green, which are UH-1 transport helos, and they'll be transporting troops to Rafid. In addition, we have red, white and orange forward air controllers. They will be assigned to each of the zones, which we shall have a look at in a minute exactly where they are. Should we have insufficient helos to populate the the white and orange forward air controllers, then the blue and green helos should return to base after they've delivered their troops and then refuel and then take to the air again, taking on the roles of the white and orange forward air controllers. Okay, looking at the departure information, all the helos are at Kiryat, and they will basically fly on a southeasterly heading, both for the forward air controllers and for the transports. From Ramat, all fixed-wing airport will depart runway 33, and they will head northeast for their hack point, which is a pair of lakes. The actual heading, once you take off, if you fly runway heading for about 30 seconds, then turn on to a heading of 045, that will take you to those lakes. You can see them from a long way off. They're pretty obvious. Next slide, and we'll look at the routes in more detail. Okay, this slide is the route for the strike on Quintiera Armour. You will be instructed by, you'll be allocated to this task by the mission controller on 242. He will give you a roll time and a hack time. We're not desperate about the actual time on target here, but really we're doing this both to aid your navigation so you can have a good idea of where you should be at a particular point in time, but also because we want flights to roll in on the target at about 2-minute intervals. We're not doing as such a coordinated attack with everybody attacking at the same time. So you'll fly from the first waypoint where you hack, heading of 066, remembering some wind correction will be required. You've probably got about a degree of wind correction, I would think, there. So you're probably going to fly something like 067. To the north of the Sea of Galilee, the northern edge, then turn on to a heading of 047, which the mid-wind should be virtually on your tail, to the IP, which we will see a picture of in a minute. It's an industrial building. It's visible from a long way away, and in fact you can more or less see it from the north of the Sea of Galilee. At that point you will pop up high to at least 6,000 feet, and then look for the actual target. Again, we'll have a look at that in more detail in a minute, but it's just on the edge of a large lake. You will then, once you've delivered your weapons, fly 086 for a couple of minutes. Will take you to a comms tower, and then you turn 194, fly down again. The waypoint is a fairly obvious lake. Again, you can see it from a long, long way off. And then 297 to the southern edge of the Sea of Galilee. And then 252 will bring you back to the couple of lakes, which are fairly nicely lined up for Ramat runway 33. It's a fairly straightforward route. We would advise very much flying this at low level. Primarily, as you get higher, the wind will get worse. And also at low level, you'll be able to see the waypoints far more easily. If you should fail to see a waypoint, turn on time, basically. So in the unlikely event you can't see the northern point of the Sea of Galilee, turn after about 3 minutes, 20 seconds, regardless, and you should end up in more or less the right place to see your next waypoint. Okay, for the rotary guys, flying out of Kiryat, basically for the transport, green and blue, if you fly heading 135, you're going up the escarpment of the Golan Heights up to the high ground, but basically flying 135, low level, and that will take you to your drop-off points, which are marked with green and blue smoke. The green helo should pick up his troops and drop them at the green smoke, and the blue helo at the blue smoke. In terms of actual picking up your troops, they will be about 50 yards in front of you waiting to be picked up. Blue, they will be slightly ahead of you and to your left. Green, they'll be slightly ahead of you to your right. We haven't smoked there, but there are some white tyres marking the actual pickup points themselves. Important not to deviate too far from your track here, because either side of you there are conflict zones, and you are liable to run into trouble if you fly too far off track. And in particular as well, by the Rafid where you're delivering your troops, there is, where there's a mast marked there on the map, there is a AAA nest up on that hill. As long as you fly low, you should be okay, but if you fly high, they are liable to damage you severely. This is a close-up of the location of the forward air control zones. There are 3 of them, red, white and orange. North, by the way, is pointing from the left to the right on this map. The white zone would be the route that Red Armour would take should they wish to go and attack the Israeli mid-zone push, which is coming up from the valley. Orange is where the reinforcements would go if they're going down to Rafid, if they're responding to our delivery of troops in that area. And the red zone, again, is a route going north for if they send an armoured convoy to reinforce the Masad area, Nimrod Masad area up to the north as well. You'll notice that these are all along roads that we believe for speed the armour will travel along these roads. Only thing to watch out for in particular for orange is one of the main roads, and ones they're most likely to take, runs directly alongside the wall, and at this time of day that wall will be casting a shadow and it will make them rather hard to see, so you're going to have to look carefully. But if you're attacking, obviously you might wish to consider attacking along the direction of the road. The forward air controllers, again, as we said last time, your purpose is to remain alive and to direct other flights towards you. The mission controller will allocate flights to you and will inform you which flights they are and give them your frequencies for your forward air control zones. Also just marked on this map for interest is the IP that is going to be used by the strike force attacking the armour concentration at Quintiera as well. So that's that building that will help you work out exactly where you are as you fly in this area. Okay, let's just have an overview of what's going on the ground assault. The Israeli Defense Force, as we said, their aim is to capture and control the road to Damascus and the whole of the area along the height of the Golan Heights. We wish to capture this area and keep hold of it. I mean, we know the United Nations will probably try and throw us back out again, but we feel it's essential for the security of Israel and certainly the settlements up the Bekaa Valley to make sure that hostile forces can't reoccupy this area. So there will be 3 main blue armour advances. In the north, there's an armoured assault on the Nimrod Forecast, Banias and Masad, east of Dan, so you can see them up at the top there. And there are red forces up there, which will be opposing them. There is also red AAA up there, which has been on and off shelling Kiryat Air Base as well. So you might see a bit of action coming in on Kiryat as you're taking off if you're a helicopter or if you're returning. But hopefully that blue push will eliminate them reasonably quickly. The mid push, which is a very heavy armoured assault, will be pushing into that whole mid area directly towards Quintiera, and their aim is to clear out a large red force which is sat on the top of the ridge there. A lot of bunkers, lot of armour up there which they will be taking on. The southern push is to capture Rafid and link up with the airborne troops which will be delivered by the helicopters, and that's basically coming from the southwest, from the southern end of the Sea of Galilee up the road towards Quintiera. Again, there are various places on that route where they're going to run into other people, and hopefully they should be able to push their way through. But to be honest, you never know. This is war, and things happen that are not expected, and certainly I have seen things happen which I didn't expect on missions such as this before. Okay, looking at communications, the mission commander, who is myself with Magic, will be on 242. I'll be responsible for giving flights their tasking, and so flights should listen on 242, listen to their tasking from me, and should let me know what they're doing, their progress, particularly when they're on target and retrieving target and RTBing, so I can keep track of where you are. Right, the forward air controller coordination. Basically, if you are tasked by Magic to a forward air control zone, then you will be handed over to one of the forward air controllers. Red will be on 231 megahertz, white will be on 232, orange will be on 233 megahertz. So you'll know when you take off which forward air controller you should be tuning to. And as mentioned before, each flight has its own intra-flight frequency, 26 something for Alpha, that's the F5s, 27 something for Bravo, which is the F-86s, and 28 something for Charlie, which are the Mirage 2000s. Blue and green will be on 291, and if they so wish, the rotaries can talk amongst themselves on 30 megahertz. Okay, tasking procedures. For fixed wing, basically once you're ready, set up to go, contact mission controller. Mission controller will actually give you a roll time just to keep things in order, and will tell you what your tasking is. It's probable that the first flights off will be the flights to do the strike on the Quinteria armored zone. So I would be anticipating, assuming you're ready, Alpha 1 followed by Bravo 1 followed by Charlie 1, and we'll probably put Charlie 4 LO in with that to make a 3 ship. I think might be an idea.
Copy that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So for that flight, I will provide you with your roll time and hack time. So at your roll time, take off, proceed to waypoint 1, as I said, heading of 045, and hack on time. Proceed to your target following the route. Destroy as much static arms as you can, and then return to base following the waypoint route. It'll take you safely round the back of the combat area and bring you back via the south of the Sea of Galilee. Close air support flights. Once tasked by the mission controller, you'll take off and proceed to the allocated forward air controller zone and contact the forward air controller on the relevant frequency, which you'll be given when you are tasked. For the rotary side, for the transport guys, basically as soon as the mission starts, you want to pick up anti-tank troops from a designated zone at Kiryat using the Cuttle D menu. Do make sure they're the anti-tank troops, because they will be facing armor. Fly low level to Rafid, heading more or less 135. Deploy the troops in your zone, then return to Kiryat. It's unlikely we'll need you to do a second troop run, unless one of the two Hellos doesn't make it, in which case the surviving one might need to do a second run. But bear in mind, once you get back, let the mission controller know, because it's possible that you will have to actually then switch role to be a forward air controller. The forward air controllers, you will take off when instructed by the mission controller. You'll have a wait probably of something like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes before you need to take off. That because we need some idea of how the enemy are responding to the attack, so we need to get a feel for whether or not they're sending reinforcements. But then when you're instructed, take off and proceed to your forward air controller zone. Search and find any moving reinforcement columns along the zone route. Now, as I said, they will be on the road. Coordinate with your allocated fixed-wing aircraft on your FAC frequency. If required, you have Control D JTAC smoke available to you. You also probably have either smoke rockets, or in the case of anyone flying a Mistral, you actually have hot missiles, which quite effectively, if you hit, smokes a target for you. Looking at the starting loadouts, now as per previously, you are at you're welcome to change these loadouts if you feel something better can be done or something that you're more comfortable with. But the F5E Tigers, we've initially allocated 2 fuel tanks, 150 gallons, 5 Mark 82 Snake Eyes, and 2 M151-19 HE rocket pods. The F-86 Sabres, 16 HVARs. We haven't put any air-to-air missiles on any of these, by the way, because we're not expecting it to run into any air-to-air. The Mirage 2000, we've equipped with 8 Mark 82 Snake Eyes. They've actually got 2 Matra Magic 2 air-to-airs, but you're probably not going to need them. You've also got a 1,300-litre fuel tank. Again, if you wish to switch to using rockets instead, you're free to do so. I believe, though, that you can't do a mix load of rockets and bombs on the same Mirage, and they both work. Hence that's, well, if you can. But, it's up to you to actually arm in the way you feel most comfortable for doing a CAS-type role. Okay, let's have a close look at the Quinterio target. Here is the initial point, which is on the hillside. You can see this from a long way off. You can actually see it in the distance from the northern point of the Sea of Galilee. Basically, at this point, you would want to then pull up to high altitude and fly a slightly divergent heading, look for the target area. Easily identifiable. There's a comms tower on a hill to the left. Beware of that. That hill has got a AAA nest on it. Then to the right of that tower, you will see a lake. At the pointy end of the lake is the armor concentration, and behind the armor concentration is a red and white comms tower as well. It's quite easy to see. So here is a close-up of the actual armor holding area that is your target. You can see the majority of the armor are all in a group right there at the front. There's a camp with FARP tents, and then there are MLRS artillery behind. And then along the right-hand side, there are also some columns of armor. Really, I mean, we're trying to actually discourage them and get them to run away. So I would be aiming my main attack against that front armor concentration. I wouldn't bother too much with the FARP tents, etc. Be aware, as I've said, all of these units are equipped with weaponry that they can shoot at you air-to-air. There's a lot of units there. There will be a very high concentration of AAA coming up from them, so just be aware of that. And I would suggest trying to release your weapons from as high an altitude as possible. Looking at the Rafid target, this is not so much a target, certainly not planned to be, but is the drop-off zones for the troop helos. And you can see there the green helos drop zone and the blue helos drop zone, which are on either side of that main road through the middle. The armoured columns, should they attack, are expected to come down that blue road. There are also blue reinforcement columns coming up the road in the opposite direction, but they are going to take some considerable time to get there. They're going to take somewhere between an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes to arrive. So, basically the troops need to hold out as long as they can in that area. We believe that there is a red APC column in the relatively close vicinity, so they may respond relatively quickly after you've dropped your troops. Any reinforcements coming down from Quintiera are likely to take rather longer. They're probably going to take something like 55 minutes, an hour to reach this area. So you should have time to get in, as long as you fly off quickly, drop your troops, and then RTB and get back and refuel and possibly pick up a forward air controller role. The drop zones here are quite tight, so you'll probably want to come in and sort of ground taxi into the area. The drop-off zones themselves are small. You want to be probably within about 50 meters of the smoke to drop your troops off. It'll tell you if you're not close enough. Right, this is just for your information. This is a picture of the AAA nest, which is above Rafid. It's got a big comms tower on it. You can see it from a long, long way off. Just be aware of it, avoid it. Should they become too troublesome, we might, of course, task a CAS flight against them, but it would be a highly hazardous one since it is AAA and they are ZSU type units. So it's better just to keep away from them if possible. There's a similar nest at Quintiera as well, relatively close to the strike target there as well. Again, try and avoid them. And that, I think, is the end of the briefing, Bendy, unless I've forgotten anything.
Yeah, just to say, for the helicopters doing FAC, there's JTAC smoke available in your CTLD menu. So if you need to, drop the appropriate colour for your FAC zone. And I'd advise not getting too close to the targets. You know, if you drop it on somewhere recognisable and use that as an offset to guide the fixed wing in.
Cabas questions.
Yes, Cap.
5 quick fire questions. Question 1. Which direction was the wind coming from and going to, please?
It's coming from the southwest towards the northeast.
045 heading. Roger.
Yeah.
Have we got the flight pre-wind speeds anywhere? Or we'll get told that later.
It's 360 knots.
Fixed wing. Are all fixed wings coming from Ramat?
Yes. And they're all flying 360 knots.
Once we've been assigned our particular target, we've found the target, how many runs are we allowed, attack runs?
I would suggest 2, possibly 3. You're likely to expend all your weapons, I would have thought, in 2. And bear in mind that these are fairly hazardous targets, particularly the armour concentration at Quintiera is a very hazardous target. You won't want to spend more time over there than you can afford. But yeah, I mean, basically, go as long as you like.
Roger. Finally, we're all hopefully aware that ripples are currently broken in DCS, so don't try and drop any rippled bombs from an F5 or a Mirage. Cap, done. Right, where are you?
Turn your radar off. Turn your radar off.
Yeah.
I'm right next to you.
Right, okay, I'm going to pull out.
Magic Alpha 1.
So right here, yeah?
Yep. So right and then a right.
Don't go on the grass, I see.
Magic Charlie 1. I think I just stuck myself.
How embarrassing for you, RC. That's not a good start.
Magic Charlie 1.
Harder to steer than it looks.
Yeah.
No tally red sign. Oh, there, red sign for 3-3.
Yeah, it should be right in front of you. It's right here.
Well, cool.
Check.
Magic Bravo 2. Magic Bravo 2. Okay, I'm going to call in and get our orders. Oh look, the F5s are already there. They're pretty keen,
Yeah,
aren't
they went out early.
Magic Bravo 2 on 242, please respond.
No sign of magic yet, Cap.
I'll do the hacking.
Yeah, Yes, you will. Roger, Courageous, check 242.
I got metric.
Make sure you set your guns to all. Do you have a magic on call sign yet?
Mission Control, this is Blue and Green Transport, lifting and proceeding to drop-off zone.
Magic Alpha 4, we're holding short runway 27.
Well, the flights are all here. We're just waiting for the boss now. This is an unprecedented situation.
I feel Leroy Jenkins coming on.
Yeah, I feel like Leroy Jenkins not coming on as well, I see. Valley Viewers, how long do we wait before we just go?
That's a good question.
I suggest as long as you maintain flight separation of about 60 to 120 seconds, you can probably take off and then hack when you get to the waypoint.
F5's off you go. I'm nasty.
Alright. Captain, did you not enjoy Taxi Simulator 2021? That's the next version of Microsoft Scenery Simulator. For one, taking off.
Give them a few more seconds and then we're off. All units, in lieu of magic, me and RC are rolling. Bravo 1, out. Spooling. Brakes off, 3, 2, 1, go. Or not?
It's spool time. Charlie 1 second active. You're up. Flaps up.
Right, roll.
Cap the missiles and
Heading on to 045 plus wind, which is standby. Just 045 and minus 20 knots, 340 knots and 045. Are you with me?
Yep, right behind you.
2 minutes and then we're going to be looking for a couple of lakes. Shifting left,
Trim this
045.
thing out. Okay.
What qualifies as a lake? Is that a lake?
Body of water. That's a lake.
I'm going with that's the lake, I'll say I'm going with that's the lake. Right pull to 0, standby. 066 minus the left 1 dBA, left 1 065.
F5 rolling.
065 and a full 20 knots down. 340 065.
065. Copy.
Okay, we're going to get a VFR check on the Lake of Galilee. Tally Sea of Galilee. Okay, hat check. We've got 041 with no wind correction because of
Take trails.
041 and full 20 knots of wind. So that is 04143, 041 at 340. Power on again.
Okay.
Just be good slow because we hack late. On speed, on heading. Well, we'll be in a minute. Okay, turn point 3, I'm not sure what we're looking for, but there's going to be something there. Stand by. Left pole 041.
Yep. There's an antenna out there. Oh no, that's, never mind, that's towers.
Our hack appears to be a minute late. Perfect by a minute, so it should be okay. Roger. Bridge. That's perfect.
Smoke off to our 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Roger, under speed.
Brakes on, spool 'em up.
So I didn't get it.
Brakes on, spool up. Alpha 3 taking off runway 33. On my command, brakes, release.
Okay, there's going to be something on the nose. I'm not sure if it's a tower or what, but stand by. It's going to be the IP.
I see something up there on the hill. About 1 o'clock.
Oh, I'll tally the target, the big tech combine factory ahead of us.
Adding 067. And hack now.
Yep.
I think that's it. Yeah, that was the IP. That was the IP.
Alpha 1, 30 seconds out from
Overspeed.
IP.
Overspeed. Bravo 1, 60 seconds from IP.
Okay, let's put the burners on now. Give us some extra speed for this climb uphill.
After this, it's going to be a right correction, 037 for 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Under speed.
Yeah, he slowed way down.
Right pull, 037. No, left pull, no, wait. Right pull, no, fuck, doesn't make sense.
You get the left, right?
Yeah, but they're drawing it as a right, so God knows what.
Oh, well, I don't know. I can't.
Tally tower.
Okay.
Atomic is the tower, the battle zone.
There was just a missile explosion behind you.
The Comtech Combine is the pull-up and the tower is the attack zone.
Roger. I think we're here, RC. Going into an orbit.
We are.
About 300 metres left of the Comms Tower. Alpha 1, turning for rocket run.
Taking fire.
Are you still following me?
I lost you, but I'm over the tower. I got you.
South.
Definitely taking fire.
Rovers above the battle point. We're climbing to 12,000 feet. Soon maintain separation.
Bravo 1 in place. At the target. I thought we were waiting to be called on by the FAC-A, but they're not here. Where are they?
Alpha 1 off. Alpha 2 in from the left one. Alright, yeah.
Cap's got a target. Follow me. I'll see we're running in.
Alpha 1 off. Alpha 2 in from the left one.
Alright, turning to 041. Pushing about 30 seconds early.
Yep. Oh, holy moly.
One job.
There's a lot of gunfire down there. I see where they are. Is that you?
Jack. Yep.
Nice.
Going around again. Just make sure I've got any. It's really
Yeah,
dangerous. Be
coming around.
careful.
Yep. Alpha 2 Skull, I'm doing a second run. I've got rockets left. I'm going to circle around and come back in from... There's a lot of them on the other side of those buildings. I'm going to go for another run on them.
Charlie,
One more round, then we're off. I'll meet you at the tower after that.
We're current second move, so when people are outside the run, we'll engage with bombs.
Alright, this is going to be our IP, so let's go ahead and go trail.
Bravo 1 are doing their last run now.
Everyone copy. Sorry, just hit it, turned on the 242. You're talking all the way to the... But if we're on IP.
Affirm, just go trail.
Yep, full burner.
Once we hit IP, go 038. We're going to climb up. Alpha 3 in from the south on armored targets.
Bravo 1 are doing their last run now.
Everyone copy.
Cap off target, meet you at the aerial.
Alpha 3 in from the south on armored targets. Okay, I'm done. Are you meeting me at the combine or the aerial?
The aerial. Right orbit, 1,000 feet.
One pickle.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, we're going to go a left-hand turn, switch over to rockets. You're going to set depression to 0.14 mils.
0.14. Charlie,
Affirm.
everyone off.
I'm in a very tight right orbit around the aerial.
Copy, I'm still looking.
Look up.
Alpha 3 re-engaging from the east, rocket attack.
Alpha 4 still some AAA down there. Rolling to engage.
Leads come up the target, we're going 084 in RTB now.
Straight for. Follow you.
Wondering if there's two aerials here or something. That might. You see those two Mirages diving in?
How about the orange smoke? See the orange smoke down there? Rocket attack. I'm right over that orange smoke.
So am I. I'm literally over it.
You see my gun?
Negative. Alright, well, we can navigate pretty easily. I'll just tell you what to do. Go 086, get to 360 knots. Go, go, go. Rehack, freeze, pritch, rehack.
What was that? 0 what?
086.
Magic up 4.
360 knots.
Southwest.
Channel 1 range engine from the northwest.
I'm going down on the deck.
086. Alright.
We're looking for an aerial. Tally aerial at 086.
Alpha 3 re-engaging from the east, mark attack.
At the aerial, we're turning to 194, pre-correction 194 for 360 knots.
Copy. 194.
Cap turning.
I see you. Alpha 1 en route to back to Ramat David.
Bravo 1, same.
Over here, thank you. Cap, give me all the fire target. I'd say tune into an AFAC and get back, rearm, refuel, and see if they need a hand. Shoot your guns real quick, Cap.
Winchester.
Okay. Do you have a PDA assessment on the armor? I got you, I see you. You're just going over the crest of that hill now. It's pretty explodey when we got past.
Right, guys, we've got a left wind. I've got a left wind at a left 45-degree wind from the right, so we've got to pull right. We'll make a 3-degree right correction.
Alpha 3 PDA as follows, at least 4 armored units destroyed.
Make it 190, 190.
Copy. Copy that. We might need to re-attack that armoured concentration and or follow the retreating troops from there, or you can go and do some casts with the facts. It's up to you guys.
Okay, there are the lakes. There's the VFR lakes. Stand by. I'm just pulling up for a better view.
Where do we have convoy movement?
The lakes aren't matching the...
Convoys should be moving from that armoured base to the east back towards Damascus. There will also be convoys heading from that armoured base to the Rafid and the northern sectors and the mid-push.
Make a right correction to the two lakes next to each other. I've made an error somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a right pull, 247, no wind correction, but we need 380 to keep on time speed. So 247, 380.
Assets still on station. Copy.
It's a full headwind.
Channel 1's asking me about Ramat David.
Shit, I turned the wrong way. I'm such a dick. I'm back on it.
Copy, those units still on station. Just conducted a rocket strike on convoy moving north from main AO. The armor targets moved off track. They are now off the road east and west.
Okay, we're looking to head past the edge of the Sea of Galilee. I'm just going up for a quick... Oh, there you are. Look at you finding me. I'm going up for a quick view.
I found you.
Yep, we're good, we're good. Okay, we're adjusting to 252 with no correction, full headwind 380, so 252, 380. Get some of that.
Oh, that was close.
You were close.
Yeah. You made a very abrupt turn.
Keep turning the wrong way. I'm more back to front today for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm away from you. I just...
Okay, on the nose, we're looking for small lakes, and Ramat David should be on the right of those small lakes.
There's a lot of small lakes in front of us.
There's a lot.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, time doesn't matter anymore, so I'm going to go full power on 3, 2, 1, go. I think we're looking for the biggest of those lakes.
That'd be on the left then, about 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Right, visual on the airfield.
Where is it?
Oh, maybe that's not it. Stand by. No, that wasn't it. Oh yeah, it's up to the, about 11 o'clock to that big lake. See the runway lights?
11 o'clock is left. Are you looking left?
Yep, left to that lake.
Yeah, I see it. Well, it wasn't actually supposed to be there, RT, but okay, let's go.
Well, is that not Ramont David, maybe?
Not sure. I'm slowing down. According to the map, it should have been off to the right. Stand by.
That might not be Ramont David. Oh yeah, there's another one to the right.
Okay, let's go. We're going to find the... We're just going to land or whatever. Just follow me.
It has two runs. Yeah, it's right here. It's to our about 2 o'clock.
Idle.
Definitely Ramont. I lost you.
Land on the runway that's 3-3. It's the nearest one to us that goes slightly to the right.
Charlie 1 inbound to Ramont David to 3-3.
Alpha 3 out initials to Ramont David 3-3.
Cat's going around. I left it too late.
Daniel 1 flying with Ramont David 3-3.
Is that you, Cap?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
How did I know?
Because I got lost finding the runway.
And I am on final 233. Behind that plane with a really bright navigation light.
Yeah.
Ramont David 3-3.
Trap downwind.
Like unrealistically bright.
You're unrealistically bright.
Alpha 3 on long final for Ramont David 3-3.
Coming in with afterburner on.
Guy was in the wrong goddamn pattern. That's how accidents happen.
Where are you, Cap? Are you behind me?
Yeah, I'm just about touchdown. Cap, final 3-3.
Touching down on the right. Little wind. Gonna have to grab it in a bit.
Gonna give RT a little surprise.
wind from that, runway 33.
Daniel Vacant fire around that.
Little bit of wind, bloody hell.
Alpha 3 on short final runway 23.
Touchdown.
Bravo 1 down, refueling, recharging.
Shotgun.
Someone else just landed right behind us, look. That's how close we all were.
Yeah, we were all backed up.
You got traffic here on the right side of the runway, just keep your left.
Copy.
Someone's about to run into you, by the way. This will do. Bravo 1, refueled, rearmed, heading for 3-3.
Alpha 1 rolling.
Hey boys, haha! My beautiful boys, my beautiful boys. Whoops, careful. Oh, I can't turn this thing around.
Comms check RT242.
About bloody time.
Don't know what happened to SRS, it completely deconfigured itself. All the settings were blank, absolutely everything.
You're at 3-3, RC.
I am.
Need you to time Pritch, my timer's gone funny, I can't get rid of it.
There's a plane back taxi.
How's that cap?
Yeah, I'll be up in 10 seconds, guys. Roger, Pritch. When we get to the small lake.
Magic Alpha 1 inbound, just about to hit the northern tip of the Sea of Galilee.
I'm going straight off RC. Bravo 1 rolling for mission. Okay.
All flights, Magic, can you report your status, please? Alpha 1-1 en route to Sea of Galilee, second waypoint, with rockets and bombs ready for task. Copy.
Alpha 2 between waypoint 1 and waypoint 2. Rockets ready for tasking.
Alpha 3 refueled, rearmed, heading out to runway 33, ready for tasking.
Charlie 1 is just taking the exit. 3-3 now.
Bravo 1 just taking off, heading to target.
Alpha 4 rearming, refueling.
RC, can you check my flaps are up and my gears up?
Danny, go up.
Your flaps are up and your gear is up.
This is wonderful news. Heading 045.
Danny, go for ground.
We're going to give a little bit of separation between ourselves and caps so they have some time to get up to speed and get there.
Yep, no worries. Alright, brakes on, spool them up. On my command, brakes, release. Okay, so it sounds like we're going to be in a holding pattern once we
get to IP.
3, 2, 1. Hack
Alpha 1,
right pole, 065. And wind correction will take us to 340 knots, 340. On speed, on heading.
You have some damage on that aircraft.
Oh, I forgot to repair. How about that?
Looking at it going, you're torn. You're all tore up.
I needed the wee so much, I got to repair. Overspeed.
It's alright. Just flying. Okay, Alpha 1.
Magic Alpha 1.
Alpha 1.
What is the current sit rep? Do we need to re-hit the armor, or are we holding at the IP?
You're holding at the IP at the minute. I believe I'm just trying to assess the situation. I believe the Egyptian armour is in retreat from Gutierrez.
Copy that, holding left-hand orbit on IP.
Alpha 2 on the left orbit of the IP, we're going to go above you, atomic.
Copy.
Damage up.
Them.
Damage up 6.
Good.
What altitude holding altitude at IP?
7,000.
Everyone will hold it at 9,000.
F-fold 040.
Copy.
Magic cap.
Magic receiving.
Bravo 1 minute from IP. Request orders.
Copy. Bravo 1. When you reach IP, if you fly heading 045, you should come to a north-south road, down which is travelling a convoy of T-55 tanks. Try and eyeball them.
Do you want us to attack them because we can't kill them with rockets?
You've only got rockets on board.
Yep, we're F-86 Sabres.
F-86s can kill T-55s with rockets.
Roger. Heading now. 045. We're looking for a north-south road apparently.
Yeah, we're almost heading north now. Magic light. Northwest. Northeast.
Magic light controller.
I've already finished dropping the blue troops, then I'm waiting retasking.
Okay, I'll be with you in a minute.
Should be T-55s on this
Bravo
road.
1. Turn heading 100. Tanks.
Which way were they heading?
About 4 miles to your 3 o'clock.
Roger, Magic. Follow me. 100 for 4 miles.
Okay.
Big ass wall.
Column is now due south of you, on the road, heading south.
180. Hey, well, there's supposed to be a road here somewhere.
There's one right below us next to the river.
Yep.
Charlie 1, you're passing the...
Oh, there we go. We got him on our...
on your 3 o'clock at the moment.
3 o'clock. I got him.
Mile.
Roger.
They're on a dirt road.
Roger. Found target.
Red Fac on station, looking for target.
Attack at will.
Copy, I'm going to come around the back of them.
Apparently we can kill them with rockets. I'm pretty sure that's not true, but try.
Looks like 4 of them.
Bravo 1, have your eyes on target.
Attacking.
Rolling in.
Magic Alpha 3, passing waypoint 2, en route to IP, ready for testing when able.
Light, Magic.
Rolling in.
Go. You are now white, FAC, is that correct?
Blue transport.
Okay, are you on return to base?
I'm close to the IP, no damage. And I was returning to base, but I'm going to retask if you need me.
Yeah, if you retask, immediately to your east is the column of T-55 tanks, which is in the white FAC zone. So can you take over a white FAC role? And I can send flights in.
Going in, Cap?
Yep.
Copy. I believe I'm under fire by those guys.
Yep, quite likely.
Don't need Magic.
Magic receiving.
We're getting engaged by tanks. That's on the hill towards the far end of white zone. Orange zone, sorry.
Right, in fact, Danny, if you fly direct north from your current position, there is a column of T-55 tanks in the white zone travelling east to west.
Fucking switch.
They are now at your 3 o'clock. Big part, no joy. They are now at your 7 o'clock.
Magic Alpha 3 has tally on those armored units.
Charlie has that. Charlie runs that tallies on.
Ready to engage the units that you can see.
That's when Charlie runs around.
Bad rockets. Stupid, we're trying to kill them with guns. Don't know what we're supposed to do.
How was it trying? I'm like...
I'm gonna see if I've got any more rockets.
Magic receiving Alpha 4.
Push points available for timeout. Template at 5, air to ground.
Red FAC taking fire. Magic Red FAC, ready for aircraft.
Okay, we'll be sending aircraft to you shortly. Alpha 5.
Where are you, Cap?
Alpha 5.
One more attack.
Magic Alpha 3 is
Give up to Alpha 4 there, Magic.
Magic Alpha 3.
Are you Winchester?
Do a lot of damage.
I've nothing, I haven't hit one yet.
Alpha 3, say status.
Magic Alpha 3 is orbiting IP at this time, ready for testing.
I'm gonna go one more with some guns just to pee them off.
Alpha 3, fly across the IP from your current position, and about equidistant on the other side of it is a column of T-55 tanks travelling through the white zone, east to west on the road.
That was hit, but no damage.
So fly directly over the IP point, keep going in that direction, you'll find them about a mile or 2 miles beyond.
Charlie 1 Magic, Danny stops bombs.
Alpha 3 is tally.
Right, it's off target.
Okay, Charlie 1, RTB.
Oh, I'll upset them, look, I upset them.
Did you?
Bravo 1, Winchester.
Bravo 1, cleared RTB.
Okay, we're going, stand by.
Alpha 1 holding in the stack over IP at Hingeals 6.
080, 080.
Lost speed, he got shot down by a tank.
Haha, what a noob.
Visual on tanks on a road running to the west.
Magic Alpha 3 has tally on those tanks. Are we clear to engage?
Alpha 3 is clear to engage, same target.
Magic Alpha 3 in from the northeast.
Be advised, there are some other ones incoming, opposite direction. Don't use RCB. Which other one?
Alpha 1 is setting up for a run
just follow me in.
on that column. Extending east.
Alpha 1, confirm which column?
Column that is north of the blue smoke.
Copy, Alpha 4 rolling in, convoy by red smoke.
Making.
Alpha 2, stay status.
Good hits, but no confirmed kill.
I killed a lot of something. I think it was those barriers. Prepare for reattack. Set mills 0.14. Make sure external sword is set. Rocket dispense. Turn center line off. Turn the two externals on. Magic Alpha 3 has good bombs on target. No EKIA. Ready for reattack with rockets.
Clear to reattack with rockets.
Alpha 3 reattacking with rockets. Alright, let's go back in. The heats should do something.
Good.
Alpha 1, good effect, one wingman down.
Copy Alpha 1.
Okay, they just turned off the main road. They've turned right now. We're gonna go in for a sideways attack here. Okay, they've stopped. Okay, we're gonna turn 084. We are Winchester RTB. Looks like we've destroyed at least one of the tanks.
Yeah, I definitely hit something.
Alpha 1 in from the east.
Copy Alpha 1.
Magic Alpha 3 is Winchester RTB at this time. BDA as follows. One tank destroyed.
Alpha 3 cleared RTB.
Okay, we are looking for a tower.
Don't use RCB. Which other one?
Aerial.
Alpha 1 is setting up for a run in on bombs on that column.
To about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
East.
Alpha 1 confirm which column?
On the nose.
Column,
Tally left, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Yep, copy Alpha 4 rolling in, convoy by red smoke.
New heading 194.
Alpha 2, stay status.
On heading. Our wind is nasty.
Magic Alpha 3 has good bombs on target. No EKA. Ready for reattack with rockets.
Clear to reattack with rockets.
Alpha 3 reattacking with rockets.
Oh.
Alpha 1, good effect, one wingman down.
Copy Alpha 1.
Right, remember which lake it was?
Are we headed that way now?
We're heading 194, some lakes ahead.
It wasn't these lakes,
Gordon?
was it?
Oh, look on the map.
Oh, I just hit the ground because I lagged out.
Wow.
Alpha 1 in from the east. Copy Alpha 1.
That was nice.
Magic Alpha 3 is Winchester RTB at this time. PDA as follows: 1 tank destroyed.
Alpha 3 cleared RTB.
Going from the map back to the cockpit is not a good idea on Syria.
Damage assessment, they just start turning east.
It just lagged completely out.
4 active units.
Alpha 1, no hits with rockets, Winchester. Alpha 5, are you available for tasking?
Right base, my David's free.
Magic Alpha 4. Alpha 4, Magic receiving.
DDA for convoy north of Red Smoke. They're now on the westbound MSR. 3 times T-55 still up.
Confirm.
Sea of Galilee. Don't even need the map now, guys. We've got this frigging sewn up.
Alpha 2, chopsticks. Satan current tasking.
Oh,
I'll wait, my wingman will RTB.
Oh. Magic receiving Danny.
I'm going to power down and run my David DC from that, since my wingman has disconnected as well.
Copy. Magic red flag. Red flag, magic receiving.
Magic red flag, the T-55s have now started turning north. 3 still active.
Copy. There are no current flights active. They are all RTB at the moment. Magic.
Send.
Confirm you are RTB at this time.
Correct.
Do you intend to do another sortie?
Negative, nearly 9 o'clock.
Copy.
Right, where's the airbase, guys? Where'd they put it?
Where are you, Cap?
I'd like to know that. Oh, I'm here.
Are you?
How about that? I did all of that without even looking at the map. By memory and looking at the roads.
I don't see you anywhere near him, David. You must be so damaged you don't show up on...
Bravo 1, final 3-3.
Yeah, you must be so damaged you don't show up on the F10 map.
Sounds like a me problem. convoy.
Magic, all flights, RTB.
On them, Pritchard.
Alpha 1 initials, run that, David.
Looks like some crosswind.
A little bit.
Magic Centillion, do you copy?
Should get.
Ah, just missed it.
Magic, all back helicopters.
Magic, all back, go ahead.
And valued viewers, okay. We had a few problems. Obviously, the GCI didn't get in until after an hour, but so be it. Or the commander. Let's see what happened. First squad, Alpha 1, send.
So yeah, me and Tanky took off. We were the front lead package of the strike group. There was intense AAA fire on the first run in, so we both dropped our bombs a bit short to make sure we didn't get a face full of lead. But we turned around on the reciprocal and came back in for a rocket run and hit quite a few tanks. And then we kind of got lost from each other, but rendezvoused over the blue and green smoke and landed back at Ramat. There we rearmed and refueled and repaired as necessary and went up to the hold above the IP. And from there we spotted a convoy of tanks and we both rolled in on that. I think Tanky killed one of the tanks but also bravely gave his life up for the cause. I then rolled in for rocket run, hit them but didn't kill them, and then returned to base.
Roger. Alpha 2.
So we took rockets and we ended up going after the armor area. I shot all of mine in one go. Skill had a second attempt to get some more off. Rendezvoused over the blue and green smoke, which was very handy, and then RTB'd, went up again, and then we went in on the red FAC eventually, and I don't know if we got any kills or not, but we certainly discouraged them.
Roger. Did you survive? I missed that.
Oh, yes, we all survived, landed. He had still had about 50 pounds of fuel left.
Next group. Alpha 3.
Alpha 3, cool, awesome. So we took off after, I don't remember who, it was me and Jigsaw took off and headed to the target. We hit IP, and it looks like from our initial attack, we dropped our Mark 82 Snake Eyes. I destroyed 4 tanks.
Yep.
Jigsaw came in behind me, got another good hit, and destroyed 9 tanks.
Wow.
We then RTB'd, reloaded with the same armaments, except for the rockets. We noticed we had the 19 rockets HE on each one. We swapped them out for some heats, and that seemed to do a lot better for the next run around, as we were called in to engage targets at white once we had a FAC. So I'm still kind of checking the TAC view on this, but it looks like we had at least 1 BTR that was destroyed in that run. And then we both landed back at Ramat David and no loss of airframe.
Well done, boys. Is there an Alpha 4?
Yeah, Alpha 4, Mike Man, single flight F5. Rolled in the tail end there. Went in and did some strafing runs, rocket and bomb attacks. I got 3 armor down when they were moving en route in convoy. Rearmed, refueled. Came back for a second pass, and then DCS crashed.
Well, there you go. Okay, well done. Bravo 1, myself and RC, took off, got to target, no problems. We found the nav really easy today. We didn't even bother doing, second time round, we didn't even bother doing the wind corrections. Obviously there was no magic, so we just found a bunch of stuff to blow up and blew up some stuff. Got back together after a little bit of wandering, made it back via the turn points, took off again to the second one, and was directed to some T-55s. Found the T-55s by magic, but couldn't do any damage to them. We just didn't have the punch that we needed. RTB'd via the turn points, and that was an hour and a half. There's nothing else to report. Didn't get shot. Oh no, RC crashed, didn't you? RC had some problem.
Well, I went to the F10 map and came back to F1, and it lagged completely out.
Nothing to do about
Syria map issue.
So be it. Charlie. With your mouth, please.
I think that's you, Danny.
That's the mirages.
Normally it's getting him to shut up.
No mirages today, huh? Okay.
Well, Bean got killed by AAA, and then Danny left on after his second attack.
Right. Brilliant. That's it, guys. Just a nice little simple mission. Nav was good, and apart from a few crashes and stuff, only 2 of us died, so I'm okay with that. And that's the end of the campaign. There will be a downloadable versions for you valued viewers, but it's not done yet, so you'll have to wait. Any final comments? We're going to go... This is Milsim, obviously. We're going to go back to some fun campaigns for a while, because we can. Any final valued viewers? Any more comments from us?
I should
we find out what they are?
I should say that as far as the ground war was concerned, it was obviously carrying on with assistance of air. The red column attacking the white FAC zone that went on to attack the mid-push was completely wiped out by the blue armoured units that were there. The troops that were delivered to Rafid, they succeeded in destroying 3 of the 4 APCs that were assaulting Rafid and disabled the other one. The other columns were the column right to the north to Masad had in fact just been destroyed by the blue armour at Masad, waiting for them. And there is another column heading south towards Rafid that has only got about a quarter distance away. That was the one that you were attacking, Cap.
Roger.
All the other red armour is retreating off to the east. There is only 1 unit left, a disabled tank at the Quintiera armoured pool. So the attack on that was extremely successful, and the objective in getting red to retreat from the Golan Heights has been achieved.
Beautiful. 6-day war complete.
Without the help of magic.
Well done, guys. And that's great, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Many thanks to the 4 guys that did all of the work. I couldn't really have asked for any more, really. It was just spot on. I'm going to go, and we're going to plan the next campaign, and we'll see you all later.